What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be removing the carburetor on a 2010 KX85. Should work all the way from 2001 to 2013. It's going to be a removal video. If you're looking to replace or clean your carburetor, this video will get your carburetor off, so stay tuned. So first things first, I like removing these two guys first, and then popping the gas line and all that off. Makes it a little easier to twist around. You can fit your fingers and everything up in there a lot better. So got one hose clamp, two hose clamps. Remove those real quick. Or loosen them, as I should say, not remove them. Typically on these, you don't have to remove any of the air box or the air filter when you're just doing the carburetor. You normally have enough room to just slip it off and slide it off. Similar to that. Always make sure your gasoline is off as well. Loosen that clamp a bit more. Alright, so once you free it up, got your overflow tube, just let that guy dangle there, hook it up to the new one when you put it on. So it looks like with this one, you've only got the throttle, a vent line, and then go over to the other side, and you can see your gas line. So disconnect your gas line right there, get a pair of needle nose in there, and then take the vent tube off up there. Here's a better view of the vent line and the gas tube you have to pop off on the right side of the bike. Your gas line is going to be the black one, and your vent tube is going to be that clear orange looking one. Once you get those two off, you can move over to this side and get your throttle off, and then the carb will come right out. Best way I found to pop these vent hose clamps off is a pair of needle nose, if you can get in there. And a flathead to push the back side of the hose clamp up if it doesn't want to go. Similar to that, then you should be able to fit a flathead right in between the clamp or the hose and the actual carburetor, and start to slide that up just like that. A good way to tell if your petcock is bad is now flip the fuel to off, and it should have nothing coming out. A couple drips is gonna be normal from all the gas in the carb still, but if you flip it to off and you still have fuel coming out, you have a bad petcock and you're gonna need to replace that. If it's off and you have no fuel coming out, you have a good petcock and you should be good. Another thing to test is put it to on and make sure fuel does come out, because you could have a bad petcock and bad filter, clogged filter up in there, and you might not be getting fuel. So always make sure to test your petcocks when you have the line off. It's just super easy and save you a lot of time down the road. Go to throw a whole new carb on and your petcock's bad. You just wasted all that time. Next up, we got that vent tube. It's kind of hard to see, but that orange one right there. Same thing, pretty much. Take your flathead, pry it, and those will pop right off. Once you get those two lines off on the other side of the bike, you're gonna wanna come around to the left side and should be able to just swing it out. And then all you got left is your throttle assembly. You got 2 vent lines on that side and 1 gas line, and then a throttle assembly, and you're good to go. So with this guy, just 2 Phillips. Gonna get up in there and get those off, and then this guy should just come right out. And there is your KX85 carburetor. This is going to be the OEM one. I'd highly suggest rebuilding or cleaning the OEM ones before you put the cheap Chinese eBay ones on. That's just my opinion. They're super easy to rebuild. But there you go. That's how to remove carburetor off a 2010 KX85. All you gotta do to assemble it: throttle on, vent line, and your gas line. Appreciate it, guys. Hit the sub.